Hello again, it's Mrs. Kirk here. So today I have a new project for you. It is called a drawing with texture, or texture drawing. I'm not sure, but it's a fun way to create a collage. This is great for your little ones. Kindergarten through second grade would really enjoy this. If you want it to be more advanced, all you have to do is simply draw it in a more advanced way with more detail. So take a look at the finished product first, and then I will go over the steps from there. Here's the finished product. This is a simple frog done with basic shapes. I just used a Sharpie on paper to create this part of it. I'm going to show you each and every step along the way, starting with drawing the frog. Let me take this down. All you're going to need is a piece of paper. Really doesn't matter what. I like to use like a slightly thicker paper. This would be construction paper. And then grab something to draw with. Again, it really doesn't matter if you prefer to draw with a pencil first. Absolutely. That is always a great choice. I'm going to draw with a marker so it shows up nicely on the video here. So to draw a simple frog, you're going to start off with an oval towards the top of your paper. Here we go. Underneath the oval, you're going to create a wavy line. This will be his front two legs. Down, up, down, way up to the head. Don't worry if it's slightly off. You're going to cover this whole thing with collage type materials, so we don't worry at all about the drawing. I want to make some back legs with this fun little bumpy line. Did you see that? I came up and down and around. These are the same legs that I use for all sorts of animals seated. It's a little tricky to draw sideways like this, but I think that worked out okay. I'm going to scooch you back just a little bit here so that we can add in happy frog smile, a couple of friendly froggy eyes, and maybe little nose dots. Now underneath the frog, I'm going to save just a little bit of room to add his pond. So if we refer back to the finished frog here, you can see a little bit of room at the bottom. I just colored with crayon. You can also see that I colored the head with just crayon. Now, the reason for doing this is because I don't want the facial features to disappear. And oftentimes when you're using collage materials, like I used a lot of yarn in this, the little details of your drawing can easily get covered up. So if you don't want to worry about that, color in the areas where you want to retain that detail. I've got some magazine here. You can see I went outside. If you can't tell what this is, I went outside and I pulled a couple of palm fronds off of my trees, and then I just cut them down into small pieces. They're perfect. They're green. I needed a green frog. It worked out well. So let's move on. From this frog here, then I'm going to start adding all of the bits and pieces of things that I've collected. And I have a little pile of those things. So I'm going to stick up my started frog, my partially finished frog. And you can see where I've added some glue down here on his belly and then up in this leg and the outer leg there. And to do this, you simply need some glue. And I like to add glue in small areas, like this. I don't want the glue to dry too quickly. So there we go, small area, set my bottle down, grab whatever I want to use. I'm going to start with some yarn. You can see I just lay it in place and press it down with my fingers as I go. If you get a little sticky as you do this, I would expect you to get a little sticky as you do this. I like to just kind of give it a quick rub, dries the glue, and it comes right off. So I have some magazine pieces here. This was taken from a larger piece of magazine. This worked out really well. See the picture that I got from the magazine? It's a mountain with some grass. Well, those colors are great natural colors, organic colors that I want on my frog. So instead of leaving the pieces really big like that, I don't like that look. I really want to add some texture to my frog by tearing those pieces and letting the rough edges show. And then I can use them kind of like puzzle pieces, which if you like puzzles, this is really fun. Look, I've got a straight edge here. I can put it up against the straight edge of the yarn, and already it's starting to look more interesting than it was before. Ooh, I might save this piece to add to the foot a little later. I'm going to set it aside. I saved some foil from our little foil sculptures. Hopefully you saw the foil sculpture video. And the foil can be really fun to add a bit of sparkle to your frog without using glitter. Notice foil has two sides to it. One side is super shiny and the other side not quite so shiny. So you can pick and choose and decide how you want to add that. And you see I'm just tearing it. Just put your fingers really close together, one away, one towards you, and that foil tears quite easily. Again, just filling in those glue spaces. So to look back at our finished frog here, you just continue to loop and weave and add layer upon layer of interesting things. They can be palm fronds like I found in my yard, pieces of magazine pictures, aluminum foil, or anything else that you feel would work well for your frog. Don't forget to add the finishing touches and details, the pond, maybe some lily pads where he lives. And last but not least, always sign your beautiful artist signature in the corner. There we go. That's all for now. See you again soon. Bye.